Hey everybody, in my last video I was talking about how Toth stole the CDD plates, then shared that information with service to self beings, and has been consorting and working with service to self beings and misleading people ever since. I'm going to show you a few different things here. One I'm going to start with is David Icke's Saturn Moon Matrix. Let me start by saying thank you to all the subscribers of my channel. That's awesome. I can't believe I have any. Please keep watching, spread it around. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please feel free to harass me in the comments. I mean that jokingly, of course. If you're a douchebag, I'll get rid of you. But if you are a follower of my channel, really, if you're anybody, you should watch David Icke's Saturn Moon Matrix, because he explains about the language and the energetic attachments of symbols. It's very, very, frankly, important information to know through what we're going through. It explains in details, basically, Satanism. Now, this isn't exactly the kind of thing that I want to be sitting here talking about, but it's just necessary information at this point to understand so we can overcome. We can see where the symbolism fits in so we can know to avoid it, frankly. So we can know what's happening. That's Evelyn or Linda Rothschild, the Baphomet around her neck. Some singer, Mariah Carey maybe, who knows. And yes, they worship Saturn. Because Saturn used to be at the center of our solar system. It was originally a star, but due to the entropic nature of this area of the galaxy, because of the service to self beings and their essentially rewiring of the solar system with their incredible technology. They have incredible technology. Do not be fooled. It is above and beyond basically anything in the universe except for this Tesseract itself, probably. They are stuck in a lower vibrational field. The basics of Satanism are to take something that is supposedly good and then invert it. Quite simple. And when I looked this up, I actually found this right here. Wow. There he is under an upside down cross, and it's like no one ever noticed. And here in this one, it's like they're basically in hell. This is the grandiose stage at the Vatican. This is what an incredible piece of artwork. Not something I would want to be anywhere near due to the vibrational nature of it, what it looks like, what it represents. No thank you. No thanks. So, okay. So they were using Saturn to broadcast basically chaotic frequencies at us. It is part of what David Icke refers to as the Saturn Moon Matrix. So Saturn used to be at the center of the galaxy of our solar system, and then once it dropped down an energetic level, it couldn't hold its place there anymore. It stopped radiating light. It shifted and became an orbiting body around then the central sun, now the central sun of our solar system. So they then use the moon to bounce frequencies from Saturn off of the moon to Earth on us. It is part of the matrix that slows us down and confuses us and makes it easier to believe things like this. Now, what he's saying is, yes, good. He's saying good things, but he's using it to hide what he's really doing. I wouldn't ask anyone to do stuff with their blood, and I wouldn't necessarily have somebody with horns unless it was a video talking about how to avoid it or identify it. And because who wants low vibrational energy? These people do. That's who. Anybody asking you to spill blood for anything other than a blood test at the doctor, and even then you should be suspicious, frankly, because not all doctors are created equal. Um, sorry, I forgot where I was going. Bloody upside down cross, baloney. Do not listen to anyone that has this on their channel. And I wanted to say something else. A calm voice, a kind face, a gentle way can very easily be used to deceive people, to cover stuff up. And yeah, I'm not talking, if you're nice, it doesn't automatically mean you're hiding something. Um, but it does mean that you should be looked into a bit. And I smell baloney real bad. Now, so yeah, we're in this Tesseract here, and all right, so yeah, so we're in a Tesseract. Sure, I'm good with that, but it's definitely three-dimensional, and most certainly, we don't need to spill any blood in order to ascend. I believe that's just a dirty trick by people who are basically dying of thirst. And it's one of the ways that they can slow us down, confuse us, and get a drink for themselves, frankly. Um, but one of the major components of it is the confusion, of confusing you, of taking one of the most fundamental concepts and understandings of reality and physics and the shape of the universe and everything to make it flat instead of a sphere. That is going to fundamentally alter and change the way that you perceive reality. And it is going to provide some sort of hurdle, obstacle to your ascension. I am not asking anyone to spill any blood. If you could hit like and subscribe, that would be great. I'm not going to monetize this channel. So please do that if you so choose. There are satanic signs everywhere that we don't know about, and they're slipping it in, and we don't know. For example, the peace sign. It is a satanic ritual to take a new initiate, give them a cross, tell them to turn it upside down, and then snap the arms off of it. That represents supposedly your believing that there is no Jesus or whatever, or some baloney. And I want to be clear, I am not a Bible banger. I don't go to church. I'm not crazy. But if you do go to church, doesn't necessarily mean you are crazy. If it's Catholic Church, you might be a little nuts, frankly. But whatever you can practice and makes you a better person, then sure. However, I forget where the hell I was going. However, this is what I wanted to say. Thank you. I'm sorry. So thank you for listening. I'm not a Bible banger, but I do believe that Jesus was a real guy. He was just a person from a level of consciousness that was higher than this one. He was from a place, a planet, let's say, full of people that are all capable of doing the same thing that he was. That's all. It's just a higher level of consciousness. It is the Christ or Christ consciousness that Ashiana Dean explains. She explains that the word Christ is the actual pronunciation and spelling of Christ. It is Kryst, which is actually an abbreviation for the full acronym KRYSTHL, which are the first 7 sounds of audible creation, she says. Ka, Ra, Ya, Sa, Ta, Ha, and La. That's apparently the real history of Jesus Christ. Whatever. I don't know. Seems like a good guy to me. And there was a whole lot of baloney made up about him. The truth that I believe that the truthful parts of the Bible were the miracles, and that everything else that came after that was who knows, rewritten so many times that eventually some folks were able to pervert it and use this guise of holiness and righteousness and being a good person and connected to God to hide the most evil deeds that they can frankly come up with. That's what a Satanist does. The more evil a deed they can come up with, the more energy they get from the people who are stuck in the fourth dimension. Consider this. If your soul leaves your body, and then you have to reincarnate. In order to reincarnate, your soul has to energetically match the vessel that it's incarnated to. So, if you were a dirtbag your entire life and kept poisoning your soul life after life after life, eventually there might come a point when after you leave your body that your soul will no longer energetically stick to a beautiful little perfect baby. You have poisoned your soul so much energy with all of this bad vibes, this low vibrational energy, that it won't stick to a person anymore. So now these consciousnesses are stuck in a realm that they can't leave, I believe, and not until, as Ashiana Dean puts it, all the timelines pull in and everything accretes, and that there is like a almost like a tilling of the garden, and things are going to roll over, and what cannot ascend will return to space dust and return to source. Alright, this video is getting a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I still have something left that I would like all of you to see.
In me to the dark side at the age of 10 years old. So the first love, the first encounter I had as a 10-year-old boy with the devil showed up and took the offering of giving my life to him, and they put 5 beads around my neck, the 5 worst devil, the 5 worst demons of principalities. That are under Satan. They put them right under my neck, which is Santeria. They put them right under my neck, and they said, these are going to be your spiritual guys, and this is going to be your guardian angels, and they're going to take care of your life from now on.
I found a lot of suspicious things on that particular channel very, very quickly. Very quickly. And I know maybe that seems like just a coincidence. Whatever, fine. Don't count that one. Go look for yourself. And look all the way back into the videos to see how far back they went and how long perhaps all this was planned in advance. Let's see. I had a note here. Yeah, if you don't believe me, watch Ashiana Dean for yourself. In any regard, please do that. If anyone's asking for blood to ascend, no. If you really need to connect your DNA to your intent on a piece of paper, I would say you can lick your thumb and rub the code with it. I actually did that. I saw that video with the blood over intent. I thought it was weird, and I hadn't looked into it at all. And I just kind of did that. I don't know if it did anything. I think reading them was really it. But hey, what the heck? Just a little spit. I wasn't spilling any blood. I was not spilling my life force, and I was not experiencing pain. I was not giving off low vibrational frequencies. I was not dripping the thing that they crave. Alright. Please watch this. This guy is amazing. He really does put it all together, and he took a lot of heat. People laughed at him relentlessly for years. All you had to do was say his name in the UK and you could get a roaring laugh. But now it's all come full circle, and David Icke was right. Alright, I'm going to sign off. Talk to you in the comments.